Hello and welcome. It's The Chat. My name is Manny Onomono. In a moment, you'll be face to face with my guest on the program who has been variously compared with the late sage Obafemi Awolowo.
Afe Babalola is a senior advocate of Nigeria, a proud farmer, an astute administrator, the founder and chancellor of the prestigious Afe Babalola University, Abuad. Are, who has at various times been a secondary school teacher, vice principal, university lecturer, economist, auditor, is today a foremost legal icon of his generation, not only on the African continent, but in the world. This non-Nigerian was born in Ekiti State, southwestern Nigeria in 1929. He attended Emmanuel Primary School at Ekiti, after which he enrolled for the Senior Cambridge School Certificate Examination by private study from Wolsey Hall, Oxford. He later obtained the A-level certificate of London University before proceeding to London School of Economics, where he received a bachelor's degree in economics. Are worked briefly at the Central Bank of Nigeria before leaving to the University of London, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in law in 1963. He was called to the Bar of England and became a member of the Lincoln's Inn, London, in the same year. Are began his career at Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, Western Nigeria, as a litigation lawyer with Oluayola & Co. law firm. After 2 years of legal practice in 1965 precisely, he established his own law firm, Afe Babalola & Co., otherwise known as Emmanuel Chambers. Having reached the epitome of his legal career, Are was appointed as Senior Advocate of Nigeria in 1987, the highest rank in legal profession in Nigeria. After conquering the legal profession, Are felt the need to explore new frontiers and contribute more to national development. In 2009, he established Afe Babalola University to promote education in Nigeria, and today the university boasts of 47 accredited programs up to postgraduate levels. He is a proud father and dear husband to the well-known Yeye Are Modupe Babalola.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Are Afe Babalola, CON. I can't continue to read out the honors because the other day I was watching on television, the award you were even receiving, the Obafemi Awolowo Award for, leadership. I was tiring out after 15 minutes. You have received literally everything that is receivable. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I was saying that some people even argue that your achievements now may have surpassed that of the late sage Obafemi Awolowo. How does that make you feel?
Oh, no, please don't compare me with the sage.
Nobody has done as much as you've done
No,
in the area of education.
I don't want to compare myself.
Now stop being humble. No, I know I have been around the university premises now, and I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise from what I've seen.
Well, I agree with you that in regard to university education, there is no university which can rival my university. In that respect, yes. But he wasn't, Babalola Awolowo established OAU, Babalola University, which was the best also in his time.
Until now.
Well, it's not the best now. We have surpassed it.
Exactly.
For example, their law college has been closed down.
I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong. Something happened after you being pro-chancellor of a university, and somebody appeared to have annoyed you, and you decided you were going to set up your own university. Now, that appears to be simply put, But you tell me what happened.
Twice had been given the opportunity of serving as minister, Federal Republic. Twice I rejected it.
Under whose government?
One under Abacha, secondly by Obasanjo.
Why?
I turned the two down.
Why would you turn
Because
down?
I have lucrative
Such
practice in law,
opportunities.
and I don't want to spoil my name, which is usually the case with ministers. So when I turned down the appointment second time, then President Obasanjo, to whom I'm very grateful, called me, said, Chief, there's corruption in University of Lagos. Now can you help us? Because at that time, I was the patron of International Transparency in Nigeria. So can you help us clean up the place? I agreed on conditions. Condition that one, I won't receive any pay because pro-chancellors go to universities to make money. He said, okay. I took up the appointment, and when I saw there, believe me, there was a lot of fraud in the university. It took me about 3-4 years to clean the place, and the third, fourth year, I was given the award as the best pro-chancellor in the country, repeated twice or so. Then, that was the end of the first term, 4 years. I wanted to go back. They said, please, we want you to have a second term. I accepted so that I could finish the job I was doing. In the 7th year, Yaradua became the president. And to my surprise, there was an announcement on radio about Ghana, who was the secretary to the government, to his government, that university councils were dissolved. That was wrong in law because we had 4 years certain. You can't remove us unless we are corrupt. I was the chairman of all the pro-chancellors in the country then. The pro-chancellors protested. They said they had no right to do so. I said, look, in my own case, so it's different. I don't take money from the university. If I'm serving you with my money and time, my connections and influence, and you don't want my service, why should I go to court to restrain you from sacking me? That was how I left the university, even though I still had 1 year more. That was what I meant.
And then you decided to set up your own university.
Consequently, I decided to set up a university as a reaction to what I saw.
Hang on, this university is massive. What is the value of this university in terms of money?
Annually, we take stock to value what we have. As at now, the assets we have here is more than 80 billion. 80 billion.
Of all your money?
I know. I started with my money, sold my properties, started all the buildings. Part of it today is the school fees, what remains after paying all overheads from school fees. Then in addition, I took a loan from ADB, African Development Bank, which has never happened in the world. For over 75 years of existence.
How do you know that?
No, the ADB says they do not give loan to universities. But when they came to this place and saw the amount of
the potentials, they're huge.
They make this one possible. They gave us the loan in the hope that if we do well with it, then they can spread it to university in the future.
How much accreditation do you have now?
We have full accreditation in all our programs, 47 programs now, all of them.
We have full accreditation?
For all 47.
That's interesting. And then there is an agricultural farm. when I saw it, I thought, what is this man doing? They should have just made this a University of Agriculture.
Correct. I tell you how we started. I grew up on the farm. I love farming. I'd hoped that one day I will inherit part of my father's farm and part of his house. But God directed him to send me to elementary school. And I still love farming. Everywhere I go, even when I went for my buy in England, I was farming in the back of my house. So when I wanted to start university, I applied to NUC to include agriculture in my program. It did. You know what happened? All other programs were fully subscribed. Nobody applied for agriculture. I knew something was wrong with this country.
And look at what you have done there.
So second year, again, we applied for agriculture. Nobody applied. We had decided to start commercial agriculture for the university. When people learned about what we were doing there, the Nigerian Army sent delegation here for training in the third year, the fourth year. And the federal government sent minister to come and see what we were doing. And they gave us 4 tractors. They were so impressed. We were selling our maize to Obasanjo farm.
Really?
Whereas he was ordering maize from Argentina.
Be careful, he's listening. You were selling to
Obasanjo farm because we had, we saw he came here and I saw what we were doing. Instead of ordering maize from Argentina, he was ordering from us. So people became interested. In the fourth year, we had 2 students. Then I did something unusual. I reduced the fee for agriculture by 50% to encourage students to come in. And I added that anybody who completed agriculture in this university will have 250,000 naira as seed money to start it in agriculture.
And have you had people do that?
Now people are coming because of that. The lesson to the whole country is that agriculture remains the backbone of our economy. And the earlier we encourage students to come in, the better.
Well, I took a further step down the road and I was confronted with an hospital I'd never seen in terms of infrastructure and facilities. Let me credit you with this. The staff are very well trained.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's part of discipline. You remember my lecture after the award, Babalola Award, I talked on discipline. When you are not disciplined, that is the end of your life. It is lack of discipline that we have that causes all the problem we have up there. So we.
When you say up there, is there no problem down there?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking of leadership discipline.
Yes. Okay.
Which is very important to me.
Absolutely.
If you are disciplined, you don't run after political position. It will be for you to serve selflessly. We are running after position because all we have is transactional leaders, not transformational leaders.
Yeah. I don't think anybody knows that I'm sitting down with a 91-year-old man who still goes to work on a daily basis.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Well, okay, before you answer that question, let's clear that bit about the hospital. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, my hospital is clearly next to none in this country today. With regard to the quality of the materials there. You have seen them yourself.
It's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
There's even what you call the nomadic tube.
Yes, it's there.
Which I've never, ever seen.
Not in this country. The nomadic tube goes through the 37 floors. You want anything, you don't have to send anybody. You want a sample of blood and tested, you don't have to go through anybody. There are many areas which are very, very new to the country. And I was not surprised when Professor Lunge, the CMD of Ibadan, teaching us to the first university, says this is the best anywhere in the country and should stop medical tourism in the country.
Sure.
Well, the only problem we have is accessibility. We have been trying to get an airport and get the roads done. Once that is done, Nigerians will save a lot, billions of naira.
You pick a question.
Do I close my eyes?
Yeah, don't close your eyes. Just don't look in there.
Okay.
Well, you got one. You read it out yourself and let's know.
Say no one. Woo! Have you ever failed an examination before?
Well, then, that's interesting. For someone who is the founder.
The feeling. Whew. Yes, I had before.
This is truth time now.
Yeah, it's truth time.
Yes, okay.
Like I told you that my love was agriculture, farming. I grew up on the farm. So when my father sent me to school, against my will, I had no interest. I was failing my examinations up to standard 2. And a new teacher came into our school. He was a trained teacher from St. Andrew's College, Mr. Olo, a great man. According to their training, they will study students. Those who do not need any assistance, group A. Those who are good but are lazy, group B. Those who cannot do well at all education,
slow learners, yeah.
I belong to grade 2, people who had believed but was not concentrating. They concentrated on us. Do you know, at the end of the year, I, who used to be in the 22nd, 27th, came within 1 unit. I think I was number 9 best.
Wow.
That changed my life.
Okay. Let me ask you, if you were going to choose a profession again, yeah, apart from law or any other thing that you're now, involved in, what would it have been?
Farming.
You will still go back to farming?
Oh, it's a good...
There's nothing else you could have been?
Farming is superb.
Well,
superb.
That's good.
You see, when you are a farmer, you will never have blood pressure, except if nature is not kind to you. Otherwise, you are with nature. You plant things, you see it grow.
Let me take you away from that now. If you were Nigeria's president for one term in office, what will be the first step? I know you are into what we would call restructuring. What would have been the first, choice of action?
Convocation of national conference for the structuring of the country.
How I hear a lot of people call for restructuring. How would you restructure Nigeria?
The answer is so clear. It's as clear as crystal ball. In the first 6 years in this country, after independence, we knew where we were. And what made this possible? It was because we had a true federation which allowed each state to develop at its own rate. And at the top, we have an umbrella, which is the federal government, dealing with only matters like defense, airlines, and so on and so forth. I will go back to that type of...
Okay. Now, you have a background in law, and I can see your faculty of law is huge as well.
Yes.
You also tell me about, the awards you were getting from the law school after training some of your students here.
Well, we thank God, we thank the Nigerian University Commission, we thank the law school, which recognized us as the best in West Africa anyway. But the important thing is that last year, to demonstrate how qualitative we are here in law, there were 6,000 students who took the bar examination. we had only 165 students because of the number given to us, as against 300 or more by other public universities. All the 165 students passed. That's number one. Number two, we had 12 first class. Number three, we had 26 second class upper. Number four, the overall best student out of the 6,000 is from abroad. And more importantly, there were 36 prizes. We got 24 out of 36.
Well, you're telling everybody else to leave your university or higher institutions and come here.
Well, as a young university, we are not entitled to only 50 students because the NUC appreciates what we are doing, the quality of materials, the quality of staff, and the performance of students. We have been giving 300 as against 50.
Congratulations.
Which is the highest in the country.
The last thing I want to look into your school now is power supply. How do you manage with that here?
Thank you.
All over the country, it's a huge problem.
Thank you.
So how do you, well, I'm not
Thank you for that observation.
seeing a serious blink.
What we see here is not government electricity. Everything is powered by generator. We have over 36 generators here.
That is a lot.
What we are doing now is we want to establish what we call independent powers. IPP. We are working on 2 right now, but we have been disappointed. One of them ought to have started operating as far back as December, but they said it's March. But up to now, I don't. So we have problem with what we can call societal problem with workers in this country. They will promise you this, promise you that, but they will never do it. That's why I'm overworking myself. I here 7 days a week. I'm here where I work for 12 hours a day and at home 6 hours.
What are you trying to become?
To change the world.
No, but seriously, you're almost there, as far as I'm concerned.
It was Justice, one of the Supreme judges, when he came here, said, ask the same question you asked me. What do you want again? You have done well in law, you have done well in education, in agriculture. What do you want again? There is nothing I want for myself anymore. Remember how I started. A Mr. Nobody from a family that was nobody.
From Mr. Nobody to Mr. Somebody.
So therefore, I want people to know that they too can be Mr. Somebody.
Let's even open the door through the keyhole of your house. Your wife is obviously looking after home very well. For you to find time to be doing all of this.
Well, she's the only person who can answer that. Or she finds time to do it. But what she knows and what I tell my lawyers, your occupation, your profession is your first wife. The one at home is the second wife. And she realizes that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And she supports you that way?
She has no choice.
Any of your children involved in what you're doing?
Yes.
You involve them? Are they growing, in the business?
I have one at least now here who is an associate professor already.
They say all great men are all vertically challenged. Right from Babangida to Stalin to Hitler, none of them has grown above 6 foot. You are one of the great men as well.
I don't know.
Is your wife taller than you?
In height, physically?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so she's probably the only one you are taller than then.
Well, I can't say that.
Thank you very much. I've had a great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being on the program. I wish you more success.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
And
we want more people like you on.
Oh, I love that endorsement. Thank you very much once again.
I'm
All the
impressed.
best. Yes.
You know virtually everything before coming here. And it's so easy for you to ask questions without looking at any paper.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's how it's been on the program, The Chat, this week. And my guest has been Afe Babalola, founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado Ekiti. We'll see you next time. My name is Manny. The Chat is produced by Channels Television. You can watch it again online. Just visit our social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.